welcome to it. Another exciting episode of the Undiluted Sports Podcast. My name is Bugsy Mandola the Kid. My co-host, Abishai. He's shy, it's in the name. Abishai Chumulia Mwetwa. How are you doing, brother?
Doing good, bro.
Great to see you. Great to see you.
Yeah.
Punkamo. We have a special guest as well. She's one of a kind. And this is just our second episode, and already I'm super duper excited for what we're going to have as the pod goes on. And today, just a second, we have a special guest. This woman here is the eighth wonder of the world. Nayombe Muliyunda. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm wondering, should I match your energy, or I should go low, or just be natural?
You know what? It's a sports podcast, so match us. Let's go.
I will try.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very well, actually.
Great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You are fit.
Yes. I have been on a very strange regime. I've done 110 days. 5 days a week of training.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I am trying to build muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle for what?
Muscle for my trade.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm trying to look young.
Nice. So I did look you up a little bit and understand you're the first female in Zambia to own a dojo.
Yes, I am.
So she's the first female to own a dojo in Zambia, and she is the first karate coach?
Highest
ranked female
in the country, also national team coach. Yes, I think first female to be on the African Karate Federation.
Right.
Yes, as vice general secretary.
Yes.
Come on now. Did you hear the credentials? Come on now. Okay.
So I've done a lot of firsts. So yeah.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Let's get to know you. Who is Nayombe?
There's a lot to me, but
like from scratch, like where were you born?
In Osaka, actually. Born and bred in Osaka.
Really?
Yes. Went to Jacaranda Primary School then.
Behind Pamozi.
Behind Pamozi, yes. And then went to Kasama. Went to Parklands in Chilanga. Then Kasama. Back, but predominantly I'm a Lusakan.
Okay.
Yes.
Then you studied everything in Lusaka and...
Yes, pretty much everything in Lusaka and Kasama. Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then what did you want to be when you grew up? What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a pilot.
I wanted to be an air hostess.
There you go. It was the dream to be either a pilot, air hostess.
It was the dream.
Because of Zambian Airways.
Because of Zambian Airways, yes. Yeah. And I really love to travel, actually. So that's what I wanted. I never thought of anything else other than that. But then life happens, and now I'm a sensei.
Sensei.
I'm a Shihan, actually.
Shihan.
Yes, I'm a master of masters.
Come on now. All right. So now, before we get to the sensei. So you wanted to be a air hostess.
Yes.
Obviously, along the line before that, something triggered that passion for wanting to be air hostess. What was that?
I think it's the glam.
You watched
those girls are pretty, so I think it's the dressing up and then waking up in a different country and stuff like that. That was attractive for a young girl like me those days. I think that was the motivation. Only. To look pretty and wake up in another country every time.
That's it. You just wanted to travel.
Yes. So that was that. Yeah, but you know how life is. Turned out pretty different, which you will discover later as we go on.
Right. So now, as the years go by, at what age did you switch now, saying, you know what, I don't think this is it. Let me try Kung Fu or Taekwondo or martial arts.
I think it happened
throwing kicks.
This actually happened when my mother died. It's actually a sad story how I got into karate.
Oh, really?
So I lost my mom when I was 11. And so we went, I should say, I grew up privileged, so to say. I was driven to school, picked up. Whenever I went back home, there was food to eat. I pretty much had everything that I needed. And I must have been very sheltered that I didn't know that people actually got on public transportation to go to school or even walked to school. At that point, that's how sheltered I was. So after my mother passed, one of my aunties took me on, and we went to live in a compound. I had my first experience of using a pit latrine. I didn't know that people carried water on their heads. That was very strange, very new to me, and I was so upset with God. I was upset with everyone because I was thinking, if there's a God, why would he let me go through this? You know, I was just upset with everything. And then I was bullied because we'd go and draw water. So the boys would bully me and stuff like that. And every time I'd think, how do I get back at these people? You know? And
because
then,
at that time you were more of a Kamayadi girl.
And that's exactly what they used to say. Nkakumayadi aka. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was often bullied. And the first time I carried water on my head, all the water ended up on my body because I couldn't balance the bucket of my head. So everyone laughed at me. And, you know, that really hurt me. Like everything was just something else. So after, I think, 2 years or so, there was a guy who also used to trouble me. Like he'd be like, hi, how are you? Always wanting to talk to me. I'm like, yeah, please. I'm not interested. And every time he would have a bag and walk past. So one day I asked him, where'd you go with your stupid bag?
You finally opened up and spoke to him.
Yes. And then he goes, no, I go to the gym and whatnot. So he would walk. So this was Garden compound. So he'd walk from Garden through Olympia to TNT gym in the showgrounds.
Okay.
So he goes, no, I go to the gym, blah, blah. And then he goes, would you like to join me? So I said, one day, not today. And then one day I decided to follow him. So I'm like, okay, today I will come with you. So we walked all the way to TNT. The moment I stepped into the gym, I looked to the right. I still remember how the gym was. I looked to the right and saw people training karate. They were just starting, like warming up. Unbeknown to me, he was actually the trainer.
Oh, really?
The karate coach. Yes.
Okay.
So I walk in and I tell him, I want to try that. Out of everything, I just said, I want to try that. And then he goes, why? I said, I want to go back and beat up the boys. So my primary goal when I started karate was to train and beat up the boys. That's all I wanted. So that's how I got into it.
Did he accept your reason to go and beat the boys out?
At that point, and he knew that I know pretty much nothing about karate. So he says, okay, good enough reason. But then let's see how it goes.
Right.
That's what he said.
Okay.
So that was my first. He actually gave me his gi, one of his gis, for me to train in because I went with nothing, obviously. So he says, okay, you can wear this and then come and join us. And that's how I started.
Wow.
29 years later, I fell deeply in love with karate.
Let's not go to 29 years already. Relax.
Yeah.
Why are you rushing? There's so much here that we need to cover. Yeah.
Man's young boy.
That's my young boy.
All right. So you joined the dojo, and that was day one. Did you go back consistently, and how long was it?
I went back 3 times a week, every week. Every week, and I have always been a tomboy, so everything just came naturally. I always want to challenge myself, so I should say I just took to it like a fish to water.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
So how did that affect the home life and the school life? First of the home life, you are going to the dojo every 3 times a week, every week. So
the home life was very unaccepting You know, traditionally
Mm.
in those days in the 90s, for a girl to practice karate was unheard of. Her
Right.
place is in the kitchen.
Mhm.
Go and draw water.
Draw
come and
water,
sweep.
go and
Come and
sweep.
clean the plates.
Right.
So they didn't like it. And most of them would be like, she's doing it to attract the boys.
Right.
I was, almost 16 by then.
Mhm.
You know, teenagers and stuff. So
Mm.
no, she just wants the boys. But little did they know that from TNT, I started going to Livala. There's a dojo there at YMCA.
Mm.
Right.
Now the boys there didn't want me there, so they hit me hard. So they hit me hard, but I would go back and hit them harder
Mhm.
because I had to earn my place there.
Right.
Said, if you kick me, I'll kick you harder next time. So they didn't want me in the dojo. My aunties didn't want me to go for karate. So it was fire on both ends, so to say. And at 16, I couldn't go back to school because my auntie says, no, we don't have the money to take you back to school.
Right.
So I'd spent like a year or so out of school. So out of the anger and everything,
Mhm.
I turned that into my passion. I poured it into karate because that was my escape.
Mhm.
It was my therapy.
Mm.
Yes. So all the anger went into training to a point that when one of the masters came from the UK, he was like, who is that girl?
Mm.
You know, how long has she been training?
Right.
And I was only in green belt by then.
Okay.
So everything just went into that, into training. Yeah.
Fist of Fury.
Yes.
Well, I want to, as she's on this, I wanted to explain a little bit about the belts. Because she said
Mhm.
she was a green belt
Green
at
belt.
that
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how many belts are there?
So to green, that must have been 4. So you start with white, obviously,
Mm.
beginners. And then there's yellow, orange, then green. I was just 3rd level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
And then from
you
from
know, I'm a
green.
black belt just because I wear a black belt in my jeans.
Yeah.
And it has a dark hole, please.
So from green,
So, yeah.
you go to
To blue.
Yeah.
And then purple. Then, though we've scraped off the purple, but then you went to blue, then green. 3 stages of brown, then black.
why 3 stages of brown?
So there's what you call the 3rd Q, which is like a junior brown, because brown is close to black.
Okay.
So you're almost getting to your Shodan, which is the first level of brown, of black. So you have to go through 3 stages: 3rd Q, 2nd Q, and then 1st Q. It means you're just about to get your black belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So green belt was like 3rd level.
Mhm.
I was upgraded from that
Mm.
to brown belt, 1st Q, because when a master grades you, then you jump stages.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's how good I was. Still am.
Come on now, show up. Let them know.
No, you show us. You show us at the end of the podcast. You show us.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Undiluted Sports Podcast is where you're at, and we are right here at Mkango Golfview Cresta, former Cresta Golfview Hotel. Now it's Mkango Golfview Hotel. Right here at Manali Roundabout. This is where we're at. We have some refreshments, you know. We'll be getting into that one later on. But right now we're having a very interesting conversation with the very best, the first female owner of a karate dojo in Zambia. Come on now, Nayombe. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We have so many other questions.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Right. All right. So now, you did mention about being green belt, and then you jumped some belts because you were graded by a master.
Yeah.
How does that work?
So he has the right to upgrade whoever he wants to, and if he feels that they're befitting of the belt.
Right.
And for him at that time, the quality that I had was that of brown belt.
Right.
And he told.
Okay, sorry. Don't you think he graded you because you were
I'm a
a
girl.
girl?
So after I was graded, I got that a lot. No, it's because she's a girl and whatnot. You know, the usual things. You men like to stereotype.
Absolutely.
So that was the notion then. But
Not just men, even the women.
even
let's just say
okay,
it's
a human thing.
human thing. Especially Zambian thing.
Especially Zambians.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
Sana from a Zambian. Ha! All right, so yeah.
but anyway, I think that, well, I was happy that I was graded. I didn't think I deserved it fully, but I knew I was good.
Okay.
Yeah, because he asked me to do certain things at my level that other people could not do, So I knew I was good, but it was surprising to say, okay, Brown. It was a huge responsibility because from the start, after I began to know what karate is all about and how you need to honor your belts. Like once you're upgraded, it's an honor that you wear that belt. You have to wear it with pride first, and also exhibit the ability to perform at that level and beyond.
Right.
So for me, it was like, it's a huge responsibility. Am I going to, perform as a brown belt?
Right.
And for me, it was just close to black. I'm almost there.
Almost there.
So it was great, a little pressure, but I was very happy about it and things like that. And everyone said, no, she's a girl. She can't be that good.
Yeah.
In fact, for me to be accepted, I think it was after I got my third dan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So now the upgrading was, now you're 18, 19, somewhere there?
Now I was 18 years.
18. Okay, so
yeah.
how was your situation at home at that point? Seeing that you have been consistent and the dojo is now recognizing, they're giving you these accolades. How was the home life?
Still bad.
Really not.
Yeah.
It was still bad. I was still a girl. I was still a girl who needed to draw water, who still needed to wash plates,
Sweep the house.
sweep the house, and she was still spending her time in the dojo.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, some of my aunties were like, you are never going to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
You are never going to get married, and this like that. Yes.
Yeah, there's that myth when a woman gets so into sports, they cannot bear children.
Yes.
So they
and
were
it's
basing
it's a total myth. I have 4 kids.
Yeah, I'm here. My mother was sporty. You know what I mean?
And you have healthy kids.
There
Very
you go.
intelligent.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Yes.
My
absolutely.
wife was a sprinter.
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
Yeah, yeah.
She was a sprinter, 100 meters. Her time was very good.
Okay.
She's got 3 kids.
You
Come
see?
on now.
You see? And bright kids, I must say, because
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think athletic mothers are very healthy mothers.
Right.
Yeah.
So they bear healthy fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so now your home situation is not improving. Your dojo, you are improving, and you're getting to where you're supposed to get in karate. Did you have a vision of one day this karate thing will get me out of this home situation to my own situation, living standards wise?
That, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've always dreamt big, but then at some point I had to go back to Kasama and, do school and stuff like that. I ended up doing some night school there because something happened with one of my uncles who also decided that he's not going to pay, and the easiest for me to attend night school. So, but anyway, let's get away from that.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about that.
No problem.
So I knew that was my way out. So other than karate at TNT gym, there was aerobic classes and stuff like that. So I started learning how to teach aerobics. And then I asked Peter, his name was Peter, my karate trainer. So I'm like, can I, start teaching aerobics and whatever, because I need money,
Okay.
So he goes, yeah, I will teach you. So he taught me how to teach aerobics. And I started taking classes, started making money here and there. And that was my way out of the compound.
Okay.
So
Sport.
sport took me out of the compound.
Okay. So when you started making the extra money and whatnot, where did you you moved out of the house in the compound? Where did you move to?
To Olympia.
Oh!
You see the power
You
of
had
sport, man.
goals, yes.
I had goals.
Sport.
Sport.
I got myself a little cottage.
something.
Eka
Little
sevens.
something.
Those
Yeah.
days we used to call them sevens
Sevens
quarters.
quarters.
Yes. I
Okay.
got myself like a little thing, and
So now you're closer to the door.
now I'm moving. I'm
Yes.
closer to TNT. I can
Yeah.
just walk
Walk
and come
across,
back.
How
you
old
know.
were you at that
I-
time?
Going on to 19.
Mm,
So you started staying by yourself
Yes.
at 19.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Right. So you had finished school through night
Gotten
school
pregnant.
and gotten pregnant through night school, and you're
No,
living
hey,
on
hey.
No.
Rephrase
I should
that.
have
Rephrase that. How?
cat. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
No,
yes,
no,
yes, yes. If you don't want to talk about it, just say I won't talk about
It's
it. It's fine.
undiluted.
Mhm.
Undiluted
Podcast.
sports.
So we
Mhm.
want people to know what
Yeah.
people have gone through to be
Mhm.
where they are today
Yeah.
through the power of sport.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I just when he was
Mhm.
asking you this question, it was so funny. Kulandati. So you fell pregnant during night school.
Not during.
Not during night school.
No.
Okay,
It was way after that.
cool. Okay. All right. So
Mm.
you finished night school,
Mhm.
then in the process.
And the process, when I came back to Lusaka,
Right.
actually, that's when I got pregnant.
Mhm.
So that's my firstborn, actually. Very proud of her. She's a lawyer, legal counsel now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice one. Well
Well
done.
done.
So, yes, I got pregnant. I didn't stop training. I trained until I was 8 months pregnant. I got my first black belt when I was 8 months pregnant.
What?
Yes.
What?
So here I was pregnant. And then the same master that graded me to
Mhm.
down was coming back to Zambia because he did these clinics.
Mhm.
He does them even now, every
Mm.
2 years. He's actually coming this June.
Okay.
I want to
Oh, okay.
introduce you guys to him.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes.
So
that you
I
can
heard that
kick
it's-
some people.
Yeah. I heard that it's coming back.
Okay.
And I'm like, no, those boys cannot be black belt before me. And I knew that, the boys on the same level as me would be
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
I said no. So I continued training. And then when he came, everyone was set up. I went for the seminar. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, what am I going to do?
8
So-
months pregnant.
8 months pregnant. At lunch, I just went to approach him. I said, yes, I'm in this situation. I have been training. Can I take part in the grading?
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He has his way of telling the story, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
You were this blunt to him.
Yes, I was blunt.
Mhm.
I said, I want to take part in the grading. And I have been training.
So
said-
taking part in the grading means you have to.
It means you
be on
have to
the
do
mat.
the whole seminar. Yes. Attend the whole seminar. If it's 3 days, 3 days you're on the mat,
Mhm.
morning to lunchtime, and then afternoon again. So 2 sessions a day,
Right, right.
3 days.
Boy, they can keep shaking.
Ipsha.
Were you not scared that maybe you were going to miscarry?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking at that point. To be
Okay,
honest.
Okay.
You know what my daughter says?
Mm.
She tried to kill me.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but
Mm.
are you aware that actually, like you said, a
Mhm.
healthy mother?
Yeah, bears healthy fruit,
Yeah.
healthy kids, brainy
So-
kids. Yeah.
I've seen mothers,
Mhm.
yeah, pregnant women
Mhm.
at the Olympics
Yes.
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
Baby
with a
bump.
bump,
Yes.
the baby
Yeah,
bump,
yeah.
and then the running.
Mhm.
So now you know better.
Yes.
So on this one, before we go any further,
Mhm.
I would want you to explain in your own words
Mhm.
that it's not hazardous. I think that's the right
Yeah.
English.
Yeah. Mhm.
To train to do sport while
During
you're pregnant.
pregnancy,
Yeah, during
Mhm.
pregnancy. But yes, of course, you can't go.
The
Mhm.
whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
Yes.
the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are modified workouts that you can do as a pregnant mother
Right, right.
to still keep your strength,
Mm.
your speed, flexibility.
Mhm.
So
Mobility.
mobility, obviously, and you know how pregnancy is strenuous. It takes a toll on the body. But if you keep active, even after birth, the recovery is
Yeah.
actually quicker.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very quick, yes. So they're modified workouts, but for me, at that point at 19, I had no information on all these modified
Yes.
workouts. All I knew is that I can't let anyone hit me here.
Oh, okay.
And my master was like, the person who was assigned to fight with me for the black belt was told, you cannot hit here.
Yeah.
You cannot hit her here. And then the guy was like, I can hit her anywhere else. Then he says, yes, hit her here, here, here. But if you hit her here, you will not get your black belt. Okay, he was threatened a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he had to make sure, obviously, there was safety
Mm-hmm.
because I was pregnant. And that's what it was. So don't hit here. And we went.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is still my friend to date.
Did he get
So
the black belt as well?
He did get.
Oh, right.
He hit me here, everywhere. And yeah,
Okay.
all is good that ends well.
All is
So
Yeah.
there was no accident. But now that
You
I
just
have,
had to take the risk.
yes, I took a risk, to be honest. It was a huge risk. I never thought about what could happen. All I wanted was to get that black belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Yeah.
And
Purpose.
you got it.
Yeah.
All right. So now, I would like. I have so many questions, but first,
I know.
let me have some water, please. Okay. We are at Mkango Golf View Hotel. This is the Undiluted Sports Podcast. Every week, Kachin Chimunya and I, as we explore every sporting discipline we have in the motherland.
Yeah.
For reservations at Mkango Golf View Hotel, call 0211-290-770 or 0979-727-715. You can also email res@golfview-hotels.com. Visit our website on www.golfview-hotels.com. You can also find us on all social media platforms. The Undiluted Sports Podcast, and my name is Bugsy Mandola, the kid. Boy, now it's what today is going to introduce now. One day,
Andama Bishain Chimunyamwetwa.
Yep, and we have our special guest. Oh my goodness, I'm really excited to have this guest, Nayombe. Nayombe, I am really excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are continuing this conversation. She's the first female dojo owner in Zambia, the highest ranked at that. What you know about that?
Yeah.
So yeah, now you've been sharing your journey, and thank you for that as well. And if whatever you feel uncomfortable talking about, don't
I'll
talk
just
about
say cut.
it. Cut.
Or just kick us.
No. So please, I'm not too curious to pay. Okay, so now you have a child, and you have a black belt now. And you're living on your own. Where was your journey going? Were you now thinking marriage and family and settling down and getting a job, stopping karate?
Definitely not stopping. Getting a job beyond sport, yes. But at that time, I already had the job as a gym instructor, as an aerobics instructor. And then I started teaching kids karate very early. So I've been teaching for a while. So mine was beyond sport, marketing.
Right.
And this came to me also because of the gym.
Right.
So this man approaches me and then he goes, you could sell insurance. And I'm like, me? No. 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 He says, no, you speak very well. So you can convince someone. The way you convinced me to join the gym, that's the way you can sell insurance. And I was like, oh, okay. At that time, I was already doing a diploma in marketing.
Right.
And I thought, okay, maybe I should take him up. It took me a few months, though, about 2 months. And then I decided, okay, fine, let me take this man on. And that's how I started work for Royal Pearls Insurance Brokers. We used to sell insurance, obviously, as brokers on behalf of the insurance companies and stuff like that. It turns out I was pretty good, actually. He was right. Yeah. So he actually introduced me to golf, Mr. Tsengalungwe. So we would go for functions at the golf club, obviously, because of the market.
Yes.
We were trying to capture.
Right.
Yeah. So, yes. So my vision was bigger than
Marriage
bigger than
and
life.
settling. marriage and
I should
settling down
say.
as a family unit.
Yes, yes, and yes. But I will not say anything about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, you're moving past. You're getting by. Now you're a woman. You're a mother, and you're still in this journey
And the
of
mix.
in karate.
Yeah.
How many tournaments did you attend or participate in?
I think only 2.
Only 2
Yes.
major tournaments.
Major tournaments. And the reason being, I had a C-section
Right.
when I had my daughter because of complications. She turned whatever.
Right, yeah.
She was breached.
Right. Okay.
So I had an emergency C-section and I couldn't fight anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah. So then I concentrated on teaching.
Right.
Concentrated on teaching, did my marketing and, sorted out the works at home and made sure that my daughter was in school. And it just grew. I wanted more in sport. I thought to myself, actually, that this could be bigger than it is. I don't know where it came from,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just in me that there's something bigger than just what it is.
Mhm.
Like, there should be more
Mm-hmm.
than just this. And also the environment, our environment in Zambia, especially those days, I think there was not much emphasis on educating like coaches and just athletes in general.
Right.
And the preconceived notion is that anyone who's in sport is uneducated and can only be in the compound.
Absolutely. That's
Yes.
that's
And that's where you find parents would say, no, don't play football,
Yes.
don't go for karate because you won't.
It won't take you anywhere.
It won't take you
Just
anywhere, yes.
Stick to
Mm.
school.
Yes. Yeah. So that was the notion then. But the environment now is different. But for me, even then, I wanted more.
Mhm.
I knew there was something more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what was the next step? You after your tournaments, did you win any? Did you lose?
I won one.
You lost.
And lost one.
No, I did not lose. What happened?
You got disqualified.
No. Actually, something happened, like a riot or something. I remember the last tournament was at Cosmopolitan or something like that. I can't remember very well, but something interrupted the tournament.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe they found you with banned substance.
Maybe someone outside.
Or you
But-
smoked something.
No.
You smoked something.
No, but all I remember is that some referees were probably high on something, but something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Probably high.
I can't confirm.
Okay.
Okay, so your whole journey,
Mm.
did you ever drink or smoke?
Never smoked. Drank, yes.
Mm.
Never what?
Never
Never
smoked.
Okay, you
Never
never-
smoked.
Okay, never smoked cigarettes. Did you ever smoke weed?
No.
It's undiluted.
No.
Undiluted.
Undiluted sports.
Okay, I tried it once. Recently,
Oh,
like
okay.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, but it was so during your in your prime. Did you
Mhm.
ever use any enhancement drug?
No,
enhancement?
never.
Mm.
It was all natural. Never thought about it actually.
Right.
Why is that?
Because I've always loved to read, so I have had like general knowledge on how a sports person should conduct themselves, what they should do, what they shouldn't do.
No.
Reading has always been a part of me. So in my uneducated coaching era then,
Mm.
I knew that there are certain things that I needed to abide by. So that's why I never did any of that.
Okay.
And for me, my training was based on the principles of karate, which is consistency, being resilient, and whatnot. In the consistency, it builds everything else, including muscle, including speed, including everything else.
Mm.
So for me, it was just to focus and hit the gym and reap
Coca-Cola
the results.
Coca-Cola
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
now you earlier mentioned that back then sports in Zambia was not really the go-to, and
Mhm.
parents wouldn't really encourage. So now, how did you support your family with sports, and were you making good money from selling insurance?
I did make quite a bit, but I had 2 jobs. Probably the only Zambian with 2 jobs. So my day job was me selling insurance, and then at 6 o'clock I'd go and teach aerobics. So I had 2 incomes.
Okay.
Right.
From a young age, I had 2 incomes, and then I've always been an entrepreneur. So I would go and buy stuff from SA, resell. I always needed something more. Like I said, my brain is always working like there should be more. There should be more. So I did different things to support my daughter into school and many other things.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So now, fast forward. You've passed the belts. You've gotten the belts and whatnot. Did you ever think of
Three, yeah.
Three.
3 by that time. The stage you're at is the 3.
Okay.
Third down.
Come on now. So now you're thinking. Okay. So now, what were you thinking? What was next? You've done tournaments. You 3 belts. What next? Because your mind is always busy,
Thinking,
always thinking. So now, what next were you thinking? What was your next target? Because you've achieved all this. What was your next target?
My next was to create a foundation. I told you guys about my journey in the compound, my experience there. So my next was to build or create a foundation that would help underprivileged girls, such as me, because I was one at some point. So I know firsthand what it is not to have, I know what it is to use newspaper for sanitary wear. Yeah, that's explicit, but yes.
No, it's undiluted.
It's the truth, yes.
You know, it's very important to bring out these stories. People need to know what really goes on behind Nayombe, what went, like what you've been through, you know, so that our current athletes, whom I call the cornflakes babies, you know, they're not hardcore. So yes, I understand that life has evolved. We cannot compare our time to these kids of nowadays. But
absolutely,
they really need to know where we're coming from, where you're coming from, using newspapers, sanitary, whatever, and what else. We want you to tell us so that these athletes who are listening to you, they should know where the foundation is coming from, and why it is there. Undiluted.
Undiluted, yeah. So yes, at some point I used newspaper for sanitary wear. And you can imagine a teenage girl, you know, with that, and you're thinking, every time you're thinking, have I messed myself? You know, because you're not properly protected. And that would keep away any girl from going to school, from doing sport, because they're not protected and they don't want to mess themselves. So my thought was that I really need, God should give me money so that I can help some of these girls and stuff like that. And then this was a thought, a seed that was planted in me for many years, but it only manifested 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, I finally started the foundation. And the major goal is to educate underprivileged girls using the principles of karate, because those principles helped me get out of the compound first. They helped me build so much confidence that a stranger looked at me and said, you can sell insurance. He gave me a job. But the confidence came from the training, from the karate training. Yes. So I said, if that can work for me, why not a girl in Chivolia? Why not a girl in Garden Compound? And for the fact that I know I have first-hand experience, I thought I'm the best person to mentor these kids into, you know, getting out of the compound, basically.
Using sport as a
Through
tool
sport,
for social
development. Yes.
Right. So, what is the foundation's name and where is it? Did you finally did you establish it? And
Yes. Fully registered. The name is Girl Kicks.
Nice.
Girl
Nice.
Kicks.
Girl Kicks.
Yeah, we can clap with that.
Yeah. So it's
Nice.
called Girl Kicks. Our first center is in Chivolia. We have a dojo in Chivolia. We have 80 girls under our care. We help them with uniforms, books, shoes, on a yearly basis. And then the sanitary wear, which is so important, we give them on a monthly basis.
Okay.
Every month, each
Nice.
girl is entitled to 3 packs of sanitary towels.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes, so that's what we do. And you'll be happy to know that 6 of those girls have gone on to represent Zambia at 2 international tournaments.
There you go.
One in 2023
Mhm.
and last year. So we have 16 international medals.
16.
Congratulations.
And over 50 local medals.
Ah, nice. Well done.
So
Well done.
16
International medals.
international medals
Mhm.
from your dojo.
From my dojo, yes.
Nice.
Wow.
So now there's so many
Mhm.
places you would have opened a dojo.
Mhm.
I know you wanted to give back to where your experience stems from,
Yeah.
the compound,
Mhm.
and you saw how difficult it was.
Mhm.
So there were so many other compounds you could have easily picked. Why did you pick Chivolia? Not saying we understand why it is
Chivolia,
Chivolia.
yeah.
It
Seven
is
spirit.
difficult.
7 spirits.
That's
Now-
the scariest compound.
This is actually
Why
a
did
funny one, eh?
Mm.
I didn't even think of Chivolia as that.
That
Mhm.
Chivolia.
That's
that
dangerous, Chivolia.
Chivolia.
Right.
The first time I went there, for me, I was looking for girls
Mhm.
who needed help,
Yeah.
who were willing to take on a sport like karate, which is predominantly male.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I never thought Chivolia, drugs, this and that.
Mhm.
No. It was me, let me find the girls
Mhm.
and start this thing.
But you did know that the reputation.
Later on, like every time someone would ask me, like, where were you? I was trying to call, I was teaching karate in Chivolia. Chivolia? So I'm like,
Are
yes.
you okay?
Mhm.
They're like, Chivolia.
Kulakwile kuchivolia
Yes,
kulia.
Chivolia.
Mhm.
Do you realize that that's the place where they sell?
Yeah. 7 spirits.
And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes. And then it hit me. But for
Mhm.
me, I just
Yeah.
wanted to give back.
Okay. How did the community receive you the first few times you went there?
So the first week I went into Chivolia, I just sat down with the girls to chat. I got to know there's a community center.
Right.
That's where I went. I was introduced by someone. So I sat with the girls to talk. I went bare feet.
Mhm.
I went dressed down. Well, not that I'm always dressed up, but
Okay.
okay. But I went looking like one of them,
I'm quiet on
basically,
Kile
because
chitenge.
that. Quiet on that.
why?
No, I'm quiet with that.
So you went in a chitenge,
No,
just
no,
clothes
just clothes,
and not even slippers.
No, I came out of the car bare feet.
Where was the car?
It was parked by the center, and I didn't even realize that I could be attacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
you-
but then
you
I
were a
came
black
out-
belt.
Yes,
Yeah.
I came out of the car bare feet,
Mhm.
sat down with the girls, asked them what they wanted to be.
Mhm.
I told them I wanted to be an air hostess.
Mhm, mhm.
And I asked them, dreams. Do you dream? Do you know there's a bigger world out there and whatnot and things like that? So they told me a lot of things.
Mhm.
And then I asked them what they knew about karate. And then they said, Pijavava Muna.
Mhm.
So I'm like, Inendine Mamuna.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay. Maybe it's Sako. That was the first
Yeah, bit
answer.
of
And I'm like,
hesitation.
okay, good enough.
Mhm.
The following week, again, same conversation. Third week, same conversation. Last week, I said, now we're training.
Mhm.
And then we started.
You start.
And they were just coming.
Mhm.
They heard there was this woman who's doing this.
Mhm.
Every week, I'd receive 3, 4, just like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I finally delivered on my promise to say we're going to have shoes, we're going to have books, we're going to have sanitary towels,
Mhm.
the time I delivered, the girls now were like my own,
Enthused,
my
yeah.
kids. They would,
Mm.
there's one little one. Every time I come out of the car, she comes to hug me.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
You gave hope.
Every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
time. She actually waits.
Oh.
So yeah, it's been great, but it also has had its downs.
Yeah.
Where now, because of the things I was taking, because I was, delivering on my promise to say this is going to happen.
Right.
Now the community, some of the people in the community started saying that I'm a Satanist.
The usual. Yeah, the usual stuff. Yeah.
How can she bring all these things? Where is she getting
You
the
want to
money from?
initiate them.
Yes. You are going to be initiated. Don't go there. I don't want to see you there. So girls will come and complain. I thought again, I'm still thinking, and I'm like, okay, what to do next? Workshop for the parents. So I said, I bought food. I said, tell everyone there'll be food, there'll be drinks.
Just
Come. So they came. I had my laptop, my projector, and everything beamed, and started explaining to them what I'm trying to do. Showed them pictures from outside that this thing has been done outside, in other parts of the world. And the reason why we're doing it is because we want to build a community of strong girls. These strong girls will turn into women that are going to grow this community and take everyone out of poverty. After I did that, everyone was on board. The grandparents, the fathers. I had like 4 daddies who came for the workshop.
Right.
And they were all on board. They even shouted at the kids, hey, and then karate. Somewhere in that
Yeah.
So it's been a great journey. It's a great story. I think it's something that everyone should jump onto if they would like to do that.
Right.
Because we have definitely made a difference and instilled a sense of worth in the girls. That they're more than what they think they are. They are more than their situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a girl dad, so I've got 2 daughters.
Nice.
I want to introduce them to the dojo.
Please, bring them.
Yes.
Bring them.
So in Chibolia?
In Woodlands.
Undiluted.
I would like to introduce them to the one in Chibolia, but I would have to be comfortable enough to get into Chibolia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have to trust myself that, okay, I can do this before I walk them through there.
So the Woodlands Dojo is the second one?
The Woodlands Dojo is the second, yes.
Okay. Is it ready for us?
It is ready. We have been training there for the last 6 months now.
Okay.
As we were doing the works.
Okay.
Yeah, so the works were going on and the training was going on.
Okay.
But now we're ready to launch it. Now the Woodlands Dojo is very special because it really highlights the academic part of the teaching, because we cannot say we support education and put in that extra bit. So the extra that I observed in terms of the Chibolia girls is that some of them would fail exams just for the fact that they cannot read and understand the question.
Right.
Okay.
But if you talk to them, they know the answer. But
Just-
they cannot read. So
Yeah.
in an exam, if you can't read and understand the question, you will not get the right answer.
Obviously.
So we thought we should have a library and a computer room. So teach them how to read, extra lessons in reading, math, computers, robotics. Who knows? We'll get everything.
Boy,
Nice.
she mentioned about launching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when are you launching?
Ta-da!
Hey, come on now. This is the closest I'll get to wearing
To black belt.
To a black belt. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
So what are these?
So these are invitation cards, very fancy, with your very
Very
own
good.
black belts. We wanted some
Thank you.
dramatics.
Thank you.
Are you capturing this, man?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
First dojo owned by a female should
Oh,
definitely
yes.
launch with drama.
Absolutely.
And we're starting with the invitation.
The invitation. I'm gonna wear this belt on my wrist.
You should.
I'm a black belt now. Come on now, don't mess around with me.
So
Like, you're the
that
kid.
is the invitation. It has the details on the back.
Yeah.
It has the name of the foundation, Girl Kicks.
Girl
And
kids.
the other part, Jindokai. Yes.
So kindly tell us again, when is the launch? Well, where will be the launch. Yeah, we need that.
So the launch is on the 3rd of May. It's at Woodlands Dojo. We're hoping to have the Minister of Sport come and officiate and, formally open the center. And many other people. Our biggest sponsor, Trade Kings, Yeah. I just needed to say that.
They're on board?
Anyway, they're on board. Definitely, they are on board.
Yeah.
And many other people. We've had several well-wishers, individuals, companies.
Okay.
So
I love what Trade Kings is doing.
Yes. They're doing great work in terms of their foundation, and championing education and water. I saw something, but they've been a great help. The venue is the dojo, Woodlands. It's off Motosanga Road on Montanka Close. It's open to everyone.
Motusanga
Road. Yes.
Woodlands. Smart casual.
Smart casual, open to everyone.
Okay.
There will be demonstrations.
We are coming.
I expect you to come and demonstrate.
Definitely.
What?
Demonstrate.
Oh. So the Undiluted Sports Podcast will definitely be there.
Thank you.
Yeah. And trust me, our director, critic, will be on the mat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Critic is going to be on the mat right there. And,
Is he going to demonstrate or be
they'll demonstrate
demolished?
We'll see about that.
Right, nice one. Nayombe, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you very much.
I have so many more questions, but we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But quick one. Have you ever been engaged after joining and getting black belt and whatnot? Have you ever been engaged in a street fight, or you've been started and now you're defending yourself?
I have.
How many times?
Twice.
Twice.
Or 3.
And you pulverized them. Was it a he or she?
So by nature, you guys are stronger than us. We can't run away from that fact.
Right.
But all you need as a woman is one strong hit.
Ouch.
And get away. And it's not where you're thinking.
No,
when I talk about that, you're thinking
we're not
about
saying
this.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't think about those parts. Something unexpected, something strong, one hit, make sure he drops, then go.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm in a club. Let me demonstrate this. I'm in a club and this guy keeps on coming to me. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So he's in front of me.
Right.
So I just go on his neck and hit. And then walk away. So he drops, I'm walking away. And everyone is wondering, who hit him?
Who hit it? Yeah.
Who hit him?
Just like that.
Just like that. So you only need one.
Just
And
one.
when it comes to self-defense, that is what we teach. The women, the girls. Yes.
That's
And-
what I want my
And
daughters
it's not
to
the
learn.
vital points that all men think. They'll be like, no.
Karate is not for like beating up.
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
Purposes.
Yes.
But if I got right, she's using karate as a tool. You understand? As a vehicle.
Yes. I
As a
understand all that.
plan.
I understand all that. But that's what I want to do with my daughters as well. I want them to grow up with having that mentality, but also be able to defend themselves.
Yeah. And looking at the current situation of defilement, rape cases being on the rise.
Protect all the children.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kick
please.
them. Make sure the girls kick this guy. So
Definitely.
yeah, under 1 minute. Under 1 minute. What is your message to the world? Yeah. Not Zambia, to the world. What is your message?
On defilement.
Yeah. No, just life in
Generally.
general, everything. What would you want to send out to the world?
Okay, so I know that football is the most popular sport in the world, but a sport like karate does not only instill discipline and focus. The tool to defend oneself, I think, is very important in all parts of the world, because women experienced gender-based violence firsthand. I know when we talk about gender, we also talk about the men. But in this case, in terms of rape and gender-based violence in general, the one that stands out is against women. So violence against women should not be condoned at any cost. And I would love all women to have some form of self-defense training, to use in extreme danger and not to destroy. So that is my message. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was nice, and hope to have you again on after maybe a few sessions of training us and getting us ready.
No, next time
on
we'll
the
shoot
mat.
at the dojo so that everyone can see how you're coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You'll probably be yellow belt by then.
Definitely. Oh, most definitely. Definitely.
I'm a black belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not this one.
I'm a black belt too, you know what I'm saying? I'm a black belt too.
So
Mine
did
has a
ninjutsu.
buckle though.
Okay.
Yeah. I can even show you the katas if you
Show
want.
me.
Yeah. After this, I'll show
The Undiluted Sports Podcast. It's been fantastic, but hey, we gotta go. Thank you so much, Mkango Go View Hotel, for hosting us. Thank you for the refreshments as well. Nayombe, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
It was nice. Abishai,
Don't be shy.
don't be shy,
Don't
man.
be shy.
Peace out. Yeah.
I am Bugsy Mandola the Kid. Peace in the Middle East.
That was nice.
After the cake, you can step and do anything.
But it's a good one. I like it.
Okay, someone behind you can just switch it.
Let me show
That's
you.
why they
that.
don't. Okay.
Ulekonga. So, from here. Yeah? Why more? Sura sala. So we that. And then you go for that.
Okay. So the one you want to learn is 1, 2.
Yeah.
1, 2. 1. 1, 2.
Forward.
Here.
Uh-huh.
And
Yes.
1, 2. 1, 2. That's what you're talking about.
Yes. Then katatu.
Then the one you did was part of the 2.
Ah, oui.
Because you did this, I could see it.
Oh, yes. Baba, then there is. So, you will assembly katatu. So, go like block there. Then you attack.
Block.
Yes. Yeah. So from there, then you go so this side, then you go that side.
Are you sure it's not what I was teaching you?
So this there.
This.
Nice. Come on, yeah.